This is an African map. Looking to the south, you'll notice beautiful flora and plenty of greenery. When you travel north, though, things change. It is the world's largest desert, spanning many nations and containing miles and miles of hill formation. The Sahara Desert comprises 9 million square kilometers in total, which is enough to swallow Spain 18 times. Did you know, though, that thousands of years ago, this enormous length of infertile sand encompassing a third of the African continent was covered with rich vegetation? Where did the Sahara go, and what's going on with it right now? We take a look at the horrifying discoveries uncovered by scientists beneath the Sahara Desert in this video. The word Sahara conjures up images of endless sandy landscapes, camel caravans walking along the sandbanks, the sun shining brightly as if for the last time, and no one around you. It appears as if the golden majestic ridges have always been there, but this isn't the case. What secrets does the Great Desert hide from humanity, and what lies beneath its scorching sands? It's hard to believe, but as recently as 6,000 years ago, the arid desert was covered in a thick green carpet, with entire settlements and domestic animals grazing, where today, there's practically nothing but hot sand. There were green meadows and lakes. Rainfall was so plentiful that it fed the river Tamanrasset, which carried its water across the Green Sahara to the Atlantic Ocean. The river, which has multiple tributaries, was more than 500 kilometers long, 311 miles, and would have made the list of the world's largest rivers in 2015. Three-dimensional satellite images aid in the discovery of the largest paleo river, thanks to these images. Scientists discovered the smooth edges of the ancient river channels hidden beneath the modern-day desert. And in Central Africa, there was a lake called Lake Mega Chad, now nearly a ghost lake of which only the modern Lake Chad remains. And once in ancient times, this lake was wider than the Caspian Sea, extending for nearly 300,000 square kilometers or 150 square miles. If the lake still existed today, it would be the world's largest. NASA images clearly show how massive it was, with the lake forever imprinted in a desert landscape, as a silent reminder to all of humanity who contributed to the draining of the once deep-water reservoir. But what happened? Why did this once green and prosperous region become the world's most lifeless place? Scientists have various explanations. For example, environmental archaeologist David Wright believes livestock is the primary cause of climate change for 1/3 of the African continent, because livestock trampled and consumed local plants. The soil became more exposed and reflected more sunlight, affecting the atmosphere. The amount of precipitation decreased and droughts began, which was the beginning of the end. However, this does not rule out the possibility that cattle farmers were the catalyst for a process that had already begun to destroy the green cover. In 2018, another group of scientists proposed the hypothesis that ancient herders, on the contrary, prolonged the flowering of the Green Sahara by another 500 years. According to one of the study's authors, seasonal cattle driving and selective grazing helped people maintain a green cover for another 500 years. They've known for almost 2,000 years that the climate of the Sahara and North Africa shifts from humid to dry every 20,000 years as the tilt of the Earth's axis shifts, affecting the distribution of sunlight between seasons. When there is more solar radiation, the monsoon becomes more active, and more precipitation falls throughout the summer. When there is less sunlight, the monsoons weaken, and a moist climate becomes a drought if this is the case after 10,000 years. The Sahara will bloom again, and animals will graze, but the invisible river and the ghost lake are far from the only mysteries that the majestic desert hides from us. Earlier in the Mesozoic era, the toughest oceans seed here, dividing the ancient continent of Gondwana. In continents were divided, plates moved, and it appeared that a cemetery of whales remained on the surface of the sand. This place is now known as Wadi el-Khitan, which means Valley of the Whales in Arabic. You might be surprised to learn that modern whales have ancient ancestors with sharp teeth and small hind limbs. They were probably the largest predators of their time, because the size of the basilosaurs reached 21 meters or 69 feet. Imagine scientists' surprise when they discovered the remains of ancient whales in the hot desert in the early 20th century. However, everything turned out to be far more intriguing, as the Sahara's ridges conceal other secrets. Not only did ancient predatory whales hunt there, but dinosaurs did as well. In 2018, the bones of one of the world's largest dinosaurs, Titanstromeri, were discovered under the vast desert sands. It was also discovered that the newly discovered species of dinosaur is very similar to its European counterpart in the late Cretaceous 100 to 66 million years ago, implying that the dinosaur came to Africa from the territory of modern Europe. But how is this possible? Previously, scientists were convinced that ancient giants could not move between continents after they became separated. But this unexpected find shattered the accepted theories of dinosaur migration. The newly discovered species shattered the accepted theories of dinosaur migration. The Eye of the Sahara, also known as the Richat structure, is a series of gigantic concentric rings with a diameter of roughly 50 kilometers or 31 miles. It is located in Mauritania and is one of the planet's major mysteries. Since 1965, when it was discovered by the manned spacecraft Gemini 4, scientists have been searching for an answer to the main question: what is the nature of this structure? Is this the site of an ancient meteorite's impact? Where is the crater itself, and why are no traces of the impact detected? If this is the mouth of an ancient volcano that has been collapsing inwards for millions of years, why are there no traces of the impact detected? Then, why are volcanic rocks completely absent? Fantastic theories abound about an alien landing site or the location of Atlantis here. But most scientists are inclined to believe that the structure formed as a result of erosion. But there's a flaw in this hypothesis. The formation ring is too even and regular. Nowhere else on Earth has erosion been able to create anything like this. The desert is also silent about the cities and entire civilizations buried beneath its sands, traces of which are recorded by satellites and occasionally discovered by archaeologists. Once upon a time, life was vibrant here. Fortress has stood fields were awaiting to be harvested, and livestock grazed down pastures here. Wild animals roamed in search of prey, and fish splashed in the rivers. But everything has changed. Now the desert is completely inhospitable. Everyone who tries to explore the enormous expanses of the Sahara feels the might of the scorching sun and sandstorms. Who knows? Perhaps behind the scorching dunes, the Sahara's largest secret is still waiting to be discovered, which it carefully guards against human sight. What do you think it could be? Let us know in the comments, and your like and subscription will be better than any breeze after a long journey across the desert. Until next time, this is Tech Revelations.